Yeah, you've said the thing about the being too much space on the pitch a lot of times. Wondering, do you worry that the players aren't listening to what you've been saying, and if they aren't listening, how do you solve it? Do you clearly think they are listening?
Look, I really think you are deal really nice in a nice way with the situation. I was not that often in a similar situation, but I watch football longer than I'm a manager, and I know exactly how it always works when things don't go well. There are a couple of things there's a list of things what you go through. And one of the things is the team is not listening to the coach anymore. So in Germany we say the manager doesn't reach the team anymore. So I understand that it looks sometimes like this. It's just not the case. So you can take that off the list. But anyhow, it's very important that we change that immediately. So it's for the last 2 games now, I spoke about that we don't win challenges, so battles, whatever you want to, tackles, however you want to call it. Often enough, we have moments where we win them. We had moments in Brighton where we won the ball high up and caused them problems. The only problem is that then we don't win them often enough, and then if we win it, our second problem starts. We give the ball away too easy. So, and that's now in a situation when you win the ball, and we are used to being positive then football-wise. If we win the ball and now let's make a decision and we overlap or stuff like this, in that moment we pass the ball in the feet of the opponent, and that's the counter-attack, and that's what costs you massively momentum. So next time, so what is the conclusion from 11 different people, one team, but different people on the pitch, different conclusions out of that situation. One makes a step less for the counter press. One doesn't make the overlap anymore. So now we have the ball and we want to overlap, but we don't. There's nobody anymore because he protects already the next counter attack. Stuff like this. That's the chaos. It's always we are not the only team that happened to, and it happens thousands of times. And sometimes just one game, and you realize and think, okay, so then you get back to it. So because that's again, it's not rocket science. So it's football. But these things you can see, you watch it and think, oh, okay. So, and that's what we are working on. So it's like a little bit, will we be overcomplicated and over flexible offensively and try to be there and stuff like this and no look passes or whatever. That's not the next step for us, obviously. So we have to 100%. And it's like this, we have to defend well. Our counter pressing has to be, again, on incredible high level. Because the best way to defend high up and you have the ball there is there is no better way, and that gives us then situation after situation after situation after situation, and then we are there again. And I'm ready for that, and I know the boys will be as well. But that's anyway obviously not. What you want to hear? It's like when you have whatever. A broken leg or something like that, and everybody wants to hear that. Yeah, it's no problem. Tomorrow it will go again, and then it's like, but unfortunately, you need a couple of weeks or sometimes months until you are ready. So nobody wants to hear that, but it's anyway a fact. So, and we have to make sure that we make these steps, and we don't get, we just are ready for making these steps, and then we become a team. Where the other teams are not looking forward to play against. Again, that would be helpful as well.
I was going to follow up. I was saying that you must hate the idea of, given the fact that you always wanted Liverpool to be the team that nobody wants to play against.
Yes, I hate that. Yes.
Think we can get them.
Yes, but I understand that, and I see it as a chance as well, because it's long ago that we could surprise opponents, whatever, because we were just good. Well, like always, for long periods. Imagine we were playing now a really good game. That would be really cool. Yeah. So, and we will get there.
When you say back to basics,
when I say?
When you say back to basics, when you first came in, I mean, fair to say, the team the squad wasn't as strong as it is now. But it was so obvious the organisation in your first few games you could see. How you teams. Was the training when you first came as manager different to how it would be now, or do you have to go back? because it seemed to be clockwork for years, didn't it, how the team played? And I'm just wondering the details of what you're doing on the training ground now. Is that to evolve or go back to how it was? Or?
So now in between the Brighton game and the Wolves game, there's obviously now not a lot of practice, so you don't have time for that. But yes, last week, that's why what we said when we said, I liked the training week, to be honest. It was a good week. But there are always parts will be involved. We're going back to basics. That doesn't mean, I said, not back to the 1900s or whatever. So, but it's absolutely basics. I mean, properly defending. Oh, that's it, and that's always part of training. But yeah, we will intensify that, and between the game tomorrow and then Saturday. And then depends too if we go through or not. But then we have at least a normal week to train, what we will use and stuff like this. That's, of course, I'm looking forward to that because we need it. We had a super training camp. It was really good, really good. But since then we lost again key players which were involved in the preseason or hoping for it and stuff like this. So it's like okay. So and obviously in very helpful positions. So. It's not to blame anybody playing there because I'm not even close to that. But in fact, there are some players if they keep the ball, when we win it and pass the ball there, we have patterns. They worked and we knew how it will work, and they're all gone because the offensive line is completely new. Whoever plays there in the moment is completely new. Most the only one left there, if you want. That doesn't make life easier. So we like, as Liverpool and with the things we did. So just to defend, imagine that. Just stand there and boom, kick the ball out and wait until they come again. We cannot do that as well. So we are a dominant team. Against Wolves, the last game, for the first 22 minutes, we were really, really good. Like really good, without scoring, but dominant. Let them run around against a good football team, but we all saw then later on how good they are. But they were, in the beginning, we were clear superior. So, that's the situation. So, and we work now on each little step to get back there. Oh, and yeah, I'm positive. That's it.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about Diogo. Obviously, he's been out for quite a while and was injured in pre-season as well. How far away is he from a return, and might there be an acceptance that he might not be at his best until maybe next season now when he's had a full pre-season?
No, not because it's Diogo. No, Diogo is extremely football smart. He will be football-wise back here again. So it's like playing the games without playing the games. So I don't know exactly how long. He looks really good. He's out there on the pitch. He's doing a lot of stuff already. But another few weeks.
In contention for the Real Madrid game, possibly?
Sorry?
In contention for Real Madrid?
When is that?
Another month, I think.
From my point of view, yes, but I don't know. Yeah, yes.
Last one, Paul Joyce.
Yeah, have you ever heard this theory that you're too loyal to
Yeah,
players?
of course.
And because you said earlier in the TV bit, we didn't play to our potential and we've lost, and then you said we've lost the ability to surprise. So, as a manager, must come a point where you sort of, do we need to shake it up? And obviously, you can't do that mid-season. But the whole question that you,
Yeah.
I mean, the team
I heard
obviously-
that. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So I heard that before, and I'm not.
You're
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not too loyal. I'm loyal. I think everybody should be loyal, but I'm not too loyal. So the situation.
Have you ever had a situation at previous clubs where you've had to sort of, I suppose the thing is, phase out a player who was very important to you? Because obviously you lost Lewandowski and Götze against your wishes.
What a situation at Dortmund? What was where I had what?
Have you ever had a situation at another club where a player who was really important to you and then you've decided to then phase him out because you want the team to go in another direction? I guess that's what the question is, isn't it?
It is the question, but the situation is but a little bit, and I know the problem is too complex. So you only can have let's say have a good player, who obviously did a lot of good stuff in the past, so that's what we are talking about. And then in your mind, well, maybe that's it now for him. So if you can then go out and bring another player to replace him, yeah, that makes sense. Both sides, good idea, come on, it was a great time, see you later. Yes, if you cannot bring anybody in, you cannot bring anybody out. That's the situation again. So it's about that. And again, I'm not sure I said it before, but it's an intelligent question. The only problem is what you all make of the answer. That's the only problem with that. So, but I'm not too loyal. So, I think at Dortmund was clear when I left that I said something has to change here. It's a different situation, but in that it's similar. Either I go or either I manage a position change or a lot of other things change. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what I hear. If nobody tells me, I will not go. So that means maybe there's a point where we have to change other stuff. And we will see that. But that's again something for the future, like future summer, whatever, and not now.
No.
So and now we cannot even think about it properly. I have space and time and whatever to think about it, but we have to play now better football. I cannot play now and say, okay, there's a problem, these are the problems, but now next season we don't have them anymore. But that's really long. I'll see you another 40, 50 times until then and have to answer the question. Imagine that. We speak always about, I'm really sorry about that. So, you have to speak about this kind of football. Nobody wants to have that. You wouldn't come probably anymore after a while. And our people deserve better, and we will. The thing is now, I cannot promise we will fly tomorrow. But what I want to promise, we really fight and everybody can see it. Because we fought at Brighton as well, just couldn't see it. Because we were not close enough for the key battles. I understand that 100%. I'm not angry. I was angry after the game with me. So really. So because I thought, obviously, that could work like this, and it didn't. So, and then there are two big parts who are responsible for that, and I only know 100% me, and the boys, of course, as well. I don't take them out of responsibility until I take all the pressure and all these kind of things. I just think I'm responsible, but that doesn't mean that they are not responsible for specific things. So, and with everything, so with all the things what you do, I really think you should always behave properly and not blame somebody just not to get blamed yourself, to be honest. So you can think about, really, I mean it, about me what you want, as good or as bad. It's not that I want it, but I don't care. So it's really, the only thing I want is to fix this situation. That's all. And with all the things, and some of them, not with the extent, but we're clear that we will have some problems, and that there will be another very important period of change probably. But because the injuries, it's much more than you could have expected. That's a fact as well. So, but nobody is interested in it, and that's fine. Other teams are flying, and rightly so. They're doing extremely well, and that's fine. We were in that position a couple of years ago, or maybe last year, but that's fine. The only things we really have to offer is hard work. And then I really think, and that's really great, and it was quite a, not sure if touching is the right word, but obviously we have a big community, I think, in Brighton, Liverpool supporters, that felt at least like that. And it was super. But it's a game where the crowd can turn against you, and they didn't. And that's as well the basis we have, and we have to work with that. We have to work with that, and we will. We respect that a lot. And not just saying, I mean it. We really respect that a lot. And everybody feels the responsibility. The boys feel the responsibility. There's nobody sitting there and putting, well, I was okay, but he was nothing. It's not there. But I don't see it. I don't hear it. I know it's not there. If it would be there, then the player would have a real problem. So that's the moment when the problems really start. Until then, we stay together, stick together, and go with all we have. And if we lose, we lose. But then in a way that we can accept it. So, and not, how could that happen? I said Brighton was exceptional, but in moments, it was too easy. It was too easy. So and that's why I would like to go through and to make it a little bit more difficult and then see again.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.